What's going on, YouTube? This is What Would Josh Do, and we have a pretty freaking exciting video today because this company reached out to me and asked me if I would check this product out. I didn't know anything about it before. I still know nothing about it. I haven't seen any videos. I don't even know if there's videos covering this. I don't even know exactly how new this is. I just know it's relatively new. And full disclosure, I did not pay for this. This was provided to me for free, but I am not being paid to make this video, and they are not reviewing this video. So let's check this thing out. This is the JOYROOM Podikes? I don't know. 140 watt 5-port desktop GAN charger. I love things that have built-in cables. They are my favorite things to use. So I was very excited to see that it had an 80 centimeter retractable cable. It has a screen that tells you how many watts is coming out, which is also very good. This is the JR-TRD01. We have some data here on the side of the box, which shows what happens with single port, dual port, tri-port, and quad port. And even when you connect 5 things for total output there. On the back, we have good information such as the 24-month warranty, 5-port charging, and everything else there. On the back, we have a picture of it charging a laptop, a watch, earbuds, a phone, and a tablet, all at one time. And then we have some like safety listings and stuff here. And then a little bit more information on the other side of the box, as well as the UPC. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and open this thing up. We're gonna connect some devices to it, and we're gonna see what all we can do with this thing. Looks like we have an instruction booklet here. So just real quick, I'll include the instructions in case I lose this instruction booklet, or yours didn't come with one, like you get it secondhand, used, or something. So you have a single tap and a double tap, and apparently it has a built-in gyroscope, so it knows exactly which way it's facing. Looks like the screen automatically turns off. I wish there was a way to keep the screen on, but I don't see a way to do that. But it does stay on for 30 minutes, which is a substantial amount of time. And then other languages. So it says this product has a built-in magnet. For the best experience, use it with the included magnetic and anti-slip silicone pad. Please read the manual. So it's got some heft to it for sure. All right, we got the charging base here. Let's take the protective sleeve off of it. All right. Looks like we've got a protector here for the screen. I'm going to go ahead and take that off. And then we have some more protection here. This thing has all the freaking little protection. Looks like it's got maybe some protection on this. All right, so on the front of it, we've got the button. We have the USB-A ports, the USB-C port. I didn't realize it had 2 retractable cables. I only saw the one on the box, but now I'm seeing the second one there. This is gonna make for an absolutely fantastic desktop charger, having the 2 built-in cables. That is so nice. It says 140 watt GAN Ultra. Nothing on the left, nothing on the right. On the back, we've got some information, which should be mostly all the same stuff that you saw on the box and in the instruction booklet. Looks like it's got a 2 round in plugs there, whatever that's called. There's a specific name for it because one has like a square side and one is a round, but on this one it's 2 round. And then nothing there. So this is cool. This is pretty cool. Let's see what else you get in the box. You get the power cord, and then you got to take the little thing off there, and then we'll plug it in. It says JOYROOM. All right, there's some more stuff in the box maybe? Yay! There's some sort of base here. So, oh, I'm putting that back on. Okay, so once you put that down, it is going to stay where you put it because it is sticky. Now that's great because in my living room, I plan on putting this on the little side table because right now no one has a way to charge their phone in there unless they use a power bank. So then you've got the little place to put it in, which is super cool. And it does hold it. It is magnetic. That's super slick. I like that. So let's see if there's anything else. No, there's not. All right, so we'll press the button. It says 0. Press it again. It gives you all of the outputs there. Press it again. Home screen there. All right. Okay, so for this video, we have prepared some power banks. I fully killed this one here. It's at 0%. So I'm going to take the built-in 100 watt cable and plug that in. All right, and so it looks like this other cable here is 140 watts. So the built-in one's only 100 watts. And we are currently outputting 95 watts to this power bank. If I press this button, it shows 98 watts. Press it again, and it shows C2 is putting 98 watts out. I'm going to use the other cable and plug in this other power bank. All right, so it renegotiated. This one flashed. It looks like it's outputting 123 watts altogether. And it looks like C2, which is this left port here, is putting out 26 watts. And on this screen, it does show that it's 25 watts. So it looks like it's giving most of it to C3. I'm going to just switch these cables around and see if that changes. All right, so it looks like maybe C3 gets priority because once again, the left one's getting 28 watts, which is now this power bank right here, 28 watts. And this power bank is getting 95 watts. Some of these power banks offer dual charging for even faster charging, which engages a beast mode. And yeah, now we're outputting 120 watts. And once again, C3 is getting the priority there. So it's getting almost 100 watts. This one's getting 25. All right, I took the little protective thing off. Yeah, it says C3, C2. Oh, very interesting. Okay, so that makes sense. It's showing a laptop icon for C3 and a phone icon for C2. So it's telling you that the laptop one's going to get more power. And now what I'm going to do is connect that 140 watt port. And yeah, even this port has a picture of a laptop and a phone on it. So the power bank is showing 131 watts going in, and this reflects 135 watts. I am a little bummed out that these two ports don't split. What I would have preferred to have seen is if you connect one, you get 100 watts, or maybe even 140. And if you connect two, you get 50 watts for 100 watts split. I'm not a fan that I have to choose between which device charges fast and which device charges slow. And yeah, it shows that we're doing 135 watts right now. All right, let's start connecting all the things. So this power bank using the cable is using 67 watts. This power bank is getting 67 watts. Okay, so since we're using that more powerful laptop icon C3 there, we are getting 67 watts, and this is getting 67 watts, which reflects on this screen as well. And now we'll plug in our S26 Ultra, and we're getting fast charging. And now the charger here shows exactly what each port's doing, which is great. There's no guessing at all. And then we'll take some USB-A cables here, and we'll plug in our iPhone 17 Pro Max. It's currently charging. And then we'll use the last port here to connect this DJI Osmo thing, if I can remember where, right here. All right, and take a look at that. So we have 5 things currently being charged at the moment, and this screen tells us exactly what's happening. C3 looks like it's still getting priority. It's still charging at a very good 76 watts, while everything else is kind of just getting leftovers here. We'll press the button to show our total output, which is 122 watts. So we'll go ahead and let this sit for a little bit, and we'll see how warm this thing gets. All right, so it's been a little while. I'm not exactly sure the time. It's currently 5:46 p.m., so I'll have to see when I'm editing, but I'm pretty sure it's been well over 30 minutes, and I'm seeing temperatures as high as 135, almost 136 degrees Fahrenheit. It is a little warm. It's not so warm that it's concerning. It's not so warm that it hurts to touch it, but it is definitely warm. And when we should be getting 140 watts, we are currently only getting 100 watts. So I do believe this has currently throttled. Well, 100 watts is what you're going to get anyways if you just use the cable. So this power bank is a bigger power bank. It's capable of charging at 140 watts. It is currently getting just 82 watts. If I use the cable that allows 140 watts of output, we only get 100 watts of output. Now this power bank does have 2 inputs, so I'm able to do 42 on one and 60 on the other for 102 watts total. And the temperature is currently at 134 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm gonna let this thing cool down real quick just to verify that it can do 140 watts like we were earlier. All right, so it's been a little bit. I've got this thing down to below 80 degrees Fahrenheit by using a little fan. And now that we have the temperature lowered on it, let's go ahead and try to see if we can get 140 watts of output again. And awesome, looks like we are. So we were hitting a thermal throttle there. I'm gonna go ahead and give this some time. It is 6:03 p.m. Let's see if we can get this to not thermal throttle. All right, so I've been gone a little while, went to get some food, and now I'm back. We are at 144 degrees at the hottest point, which is going to be the front outlets. If I spin it around, we're looking at about 135 degrees at the hottest point, which is the top there. 138 degrees. Yeah, near that outlet is where it really heats up. So 160 degrees Fahrenheit. This side's pretty cool because I'm assuming this is the side where the like retractable cables all go into. This side right here on the right is way hotter. And now I'll record a little video so you can see the temperature in real time instead of just like a photo or something. So 142 degrees. You can see how it's staying right in that area. That's the hottest point. And then if we go to the front, yeah, the ports down there are where it's the hottest. So it's still putting out 80 watts on the one port instead of 140. So it's not awful, but it definitely throttles. And it is pretty warm, but it's not dangerous. It's not something that, is hurting me. It's uncomfortable now, but whatever. All right, well, that about wraps up this video. I think this thing is super useful, and I'm going to keep it in my living room. You get the most performance out of the external port here, so where you use your own cable. If you're going to use the built-in cables, definitely want to use this right one here for like a tablet or a laptop, and use this left one for like your phone or something. All right, and I forgot to do the protocols, and I know someone out there is going to be upset if I do forget to include this part, so I will include it now. So this is the USB-C 3. As you can see, we have ultra-fast charging protocol. We have all the standards, Quick Charge 3, SCP, AFC, but then PD3. We have PPS 5 volts to 20 volts at 5 amps, so pretty good there. We will go ahead and switch these around and run that test again. All right, similar thing. So we've got 5 to 20 at 5 amps, so not bad at all. All right, so charging protocol, be ready. And we're gonna hit both of them at the same time. This tester on the right is the C3, which we consistently get, almost 100 watts out of, while this one gets a much lower, which makes perfect sense because it has that laptop plug on the right there, and the one on the left, C2, only has the phone icon. So we're going to go ahead and run both of these at the same time. Remember, the left tester is C2 and the right tester is C3. So we should see better results out of the C3, the one on the right, than we do with the one on the left. So right now we're simulating having two things plugged in at the same time. All right, and yes, we do. So you can see PD3 has 30 watts and this one has 100 watts. So we're going to click on that and then click on that. And there you go. 5 to 11 at 3. Versus 5 to 20 at 5. So the one on the left is going to be that external port there that you can connect your own cable to that gives you the 140 watt output. We're going to simulate this now. The one on the right is the C3, which is the more powerful cable. We're going to go ahead and run these tests and see what we see. All right, so we're seeing an even 70 watts across both of them. Nice. So we're going to go ahead and go into that. And you can see that we're getting 5 to 11 volts at 4.5 for the PPS. Now I'm going to disconnect the C3 and only run the test on the external cable that we have connected. And just do that one more time. This will be the last test. All right, there you go. PD 3.1, 140 watts. So, boom. You want the 140 watts? You better only use that one port there. Plus, once it gets to a certain temperature, it's going to go to 100 watts anyway. I'll have a link to this thing in the description below. Thank you so much for watching this video. This is What Would Josh Do? And I'm out.